And we are live. Welcome, mystery and thriller fans. I'm your on-air host, Sara DiVello, and I am so excited to welcome live tonight from Toronto, Canada, the one and only #1 nationally best-selling, USA Today best-selling, the fabulous Samantha Bailey, here for this exclusive pre-launch event to give us the inside scoop on her brand new book. Watch out for her. Samantha, welcome to Mystery and Thriller Mavens. Tell us about this book.
Hello. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Sarah. This has been, I know I've been waiting for this for months. And thank you to Murder by the Book. I'm so excited to be here and to everybody who is watching.
Yay!
To tell you about the book. So, if I can show it to you. So, this is an advanced copy. The finished copy will look probably a little bit different, but same cover. So this is Watch Out for Her.
Ooh.
It is my second, I will say it's my second novel, but not my second novel written. But that's a whole other story. So this is my second novel. It is the first book that I have set in Canada, which is my home. Ooh. I set it, in Toronto and Vancouver. And it is a story of two women. So it is the story of Sarah Goldman, who is a middle-aged mother with a 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old son, who hires a babysitter, Holly Monroe, a 22-year-old med school student. And she hires her to babysit her son, Jacob, for the summer so she can go back to her first love, which is photography. She hasn't done it since her son was born. And at first, it seems like the perfect arrangement. Holly and Jacob adore each other, and Sarah and Holly form a very special, close bond with each other as well. And then Sarah, who is a voyeur, sees something that she can't unsee. And she escapes from Holly with her family. Ooh. And they move from Vancouver to Toronto. And when they arrive at their new house, she finds hidden cameras all over the house. And she has to wonder if Holly is not so far behind after all.
Ooh, well, you hooked us good, Samantha Bailey, and I can't wait to get into every delicious detail. First, I just want to welcome everybody. So we're streaming live to 6 destinations across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're watching from, our friends, you're in the right place. This is the right time. If you've been here before, you know how it goes. If you're new, we're so happy you're here. Here's how it goes every Monday for hashtag Mystery Monday, because you know Mondays can be murder. I give you my hand-picked featured authors, and you get to ask them anything. So get the questions going in the comments. They're already streaming in. Erin is saying, hi, Sam. Hi, welcome to the conversation. George Beach joining us from Texas says, good evening.
A. With the Canadian A.
I was saying S, so that's great. Okay, my Canadian is clearly lacking. Margaret Cook, welcome to the conversation. It's saying hello. Donna, welcome, says, cannot wait. I'm counting the days.
I have the best readers in the world, I'm telling you.
Yay! If you're watching from a private Facebook group, you have a mysterious handle, and you can allow us to see your picture, or you can stay on brand, stay mysterious. Someone saying, so wonderful to see a Canadian author. I'm also Canadian myself. I cannot wait to read this. You're a fantastic writer. Tell us your inspiration for this book. Let's start there.
Thank you so much, fellow Canadian. We have a really, really good tight-knit group of Canadian authors here. The inspiration for Watch Out for Her, well, I'll be honest. So after Woman on the Edge and the success that I could only have ever dreamed of with that book, there's a lot of pressure about what I was going to write for my second book. And it happened to coincide pretty much with the pandemic. The idea started coming to me before, and then it started to coincide with the pandemic starting. And I definitely wanted to write about identity and motherhood. I wanted to write about, where do we fit in our children's lives? Where do we find ourselves when we have children. I wanted to write about the expectations that other people place on us. Sorry. And I think the expectations that people place on us sometimes causes us to hide our true selves because we're afraid to show who we truly are. So these are ideas I definitely wanted to explore. And I also really wanted to explore the concept that as a mother, we can't watch who watches our children. And as an admittedly overprotective mother, as they get older, I am getting better at letting go of the reins and trying not to be so worried, but I am fearful and I am worried, and I identify a lot with Sara, although she's quite a bit more paranoid and worried than I am.
I'm paranoid and worried.
But there's a fine line. I'll tell you, there's a fine line. But it was that idea that we can't watch. And while I have never used nanny cams or cameras, the urge has certainly been there to want to be able to watch. And again, the concept of, all these thoughts that were coming to me, it was no real moment the way it was with Woman on the Edge. It was more just a culmination of ideas, walks. When you take a walk, Sara, do you sometimes, I don't know, peek into people's windows? I don't mean peep.
Of course I do. Right? I unabashedly say, oh, I like that lamp. Oh, I like that couch. Oh, yes. Cool chandelier.
Yes. And that's it for me too. It's actually the decor, not so much as I'm watching the people. But if there are people there, then I am drawn to seeing how people move about their space and what's going on, what are the dynamics in that environment. And so I wanted to put all of these ideas into a book. And I also really like the mother babysitter dynamic. When you hire someone to watch your children, it's different than when your family watches your children. It's just such a different dynamic. You're now paying someone. You're bringing a stranger into your home. You feel judged for the way you live your life. You're judging the way someone else lives their life. So the inspiration came from motherhood. It came from motherhood. It came from identity. It came from the idea of wanting to explore the expectations that are placed on us. That was a very long answer. I'm sorry.
Ooh. Well, thank you for the great question. So I realized that is from Bookstagrammar extraordinaire, Courtney Smirachinsky, and she is a fabulous and very funny book reviewer at Bookstagrammar. She is Caffeine Read Repeat. I'm going to drop her link.
Oh, yes.
And she is Canadian based. So she's just so happy to see a Canadian author here. So as we all are. So Courtney, thank you for the great question. And Samantha, thank you for the great answer. I appreciate your honesty and your transparency. Jane Pettit saying hello. Hi, Jane. Welcome to the conversation. And here we have another mysterious person saying, hello, Sara and Samantha. I can't wait to hear more about this book. Thank you. Oh, this is from Anissa Joy. Welcome to the conversation, Anissa. She's also a fabulous bookstagrammer, does a lot of big things with friends in fiction. Welcome to the conversation, Anissa. Always a pleasure to have you. Jane says, this idea sounds very exciting. Jane, I totally agree. Courtney is saying she is getting chills.
Awesome. That's what I love to hear. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wait till you get into that book, Courtney. Sharon saying hello from Minnesota. Sharon, welcome to the conversation. Sherry saying hello from Mooresville, Indiana. Sherry, great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Another mysterious saying, hello, ladies. Hi, everybody. Stephanie Cooper, Bookstagrammer Extraordinaire, saying, hi, I love you. Sarah and Sam, love you both and love this book so much. Stephanie, welcome to the conversation. Stephanie is also a fabulous Bookstagrammer.
Yes.
And she is at Fire Pit and Books. So I am going to have everybody give her a follow here too. Thank you so much for joining us. Someone saying they just started the e-arc of this one. Excellent. Someone else saying, looking forward to reading your new novel. I just want to let, if anybody wants to be not mysterious, you can enable privacy settings, but no pressure. This is a mystery show. Courtney, great to have you. Thank you so much. So let's see. Carrie saying she cannot wait. Ooh, this is a good question. What was the biggest hurdle that you had to clear during the writing of this book?
It's an excellent question.
This is coming from Anissa Joy.
Anissa. Hi, Anissa. I saw your name today. That was wonderful. The biggest hurdle was the pandemic. So I have a almost 12-year-old daughter and an almost 15-year-old son. In Toronto, we went into 3 different lockdowns, and the schools shut down 3 different times here. And as they should for safety. I wanted everyone to be safe. However, for all the years before, once my kids had started school, I was a full-time freelance editor, and I'd always written. So I had been working from home for a really long time, and so I had my space during the day. Those mom hours, I had my space during the day. And all of a sudden, all 4 of us were here in our cramped, small house. My office, where you see me right now, is in the kitchen. And all I have is this privacy screen behind me to separate me from anything and anyone. And the most important thing to me was to make sure that my kids were healthy and happy, both mentally and physically. And so... and at the same time, I had started this amazing career that I am so grateful to have. My dream come true. It was a dream come true. I spent 20 years trying to get a traditional publishing deal. I had written Woman on the Edge was my 5th book written. So Watch Out for Her is the 6th book I've written. And I was so torn between my children and the writing. So that was the biggest hurdle. So it was definitely cathartic and therapeutic to write this book, because a lot of it was mirroring what was happening to me unintentionally. It wasn't what I had planned when I started writing it, that divide between your own identity and who you are as a mother and all those things. So it was simply getting the book done on deadline. And it is so important to me to write the very best book I can. I want to make sure that the finished product, that it is everything that it can be. So I cracked my soul open. I poured it into this book and did the same with my children at the same time. So it was certainly a juggle.
That sounds like quite the juggle. And I think so many of us can relate, right? This pandemic has turned our lives upside down and challenged us in a multitude of ways, including privacy, time at home, time alone, competing demands. I think we can all relate to that. Thank you for sharing. Melissa Watson joining us live from Australia saying, hi, Sarah and Sam. I'm not sure what's going on, but I've got no visual of you both. Okay, Melissa, let us know if that resolves. Keep us posted. Oh, she said, okay, good. There we are.
Oh. Hi.
Yay. Stephanie Wilson says, hi, Sam. This is Stephanie from Stephanie Likes Books. She loved Watch Out for Her. Stephanie, tell us what you loved about it. I can't wait to hear. I know what I love, but tell us what you loved. Hi from Oak Grove, Kentucky. So great to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. Anissa saying, oh, now her name is coming up. Hooray. There you are, Anissa. Thank you so much for tuning in. So Samantha, oh, good. Odana says, how did it feel to have 2 of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills rave about your books on Instagram? Okay, first we need the full story. What's going on?
Oh my God, Donna, you're awesome. You're awesome. Okay, how did it feel? So I'll tell you the story as quickly as I can. So over the summer, when we were on lockdown, I would take my kids in the car at night in the dark and just let them direct me wherever I would drive. Wherever they wanted to go, we would go on these nighttime adventures, because there was nothing else to do. Like we couldn't do anything or go anywhere. So we would drive around, and we'd go to a drive-through and we'd pick up food, just complete garbage, and we'd come home and eat it. So he'd come home and I was all relaxed. I was about to get in my pajamas and I go on to Instagram and I see that Teddy Mellencamp has posted a story about Woman on the Edge. And then she did it for Watch Out for about Woman on the Edge. And so Teddy Mellencamp, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, is like my delight, my joy, my everything. And I actually thought it was a joke. As a thriller author, I thought someone's scamming me, someone's playing with me. Like, this is so mean to do to me. And I then DM'd her and I, thanked her, and she wrote me back. And I was like, okay, what is happening? Is this real? What is happening? I couldn't breathe. And Teddy Mellencamp is so kind and so nice and so supportive. And she didn't have to do this. No one asked her to do this. No one paid her to do this. She just somehow found my book and did this. And then she gave it to Kyle Richards. And then Kyle Richards posted a story about it. And I mean, is this my life? Is this my life? How does this happen? And so it felt incredible and shocking. And I honestly, I go back and I took a screenshot and I go back whenever I'm having a bad day or writing's difficult or whatever it is. And I look and I'm like, oh my God, like they loved my work and they helped me promote it. And then Teddy, we sent her a copy of Watch Out for Her, of course, because she loved it. And then she put it on her list of spring break reads at Shop LMK. I want to get that correct. She has a little shop on Shop LMK. I think that's the name of it.
I love this story. I just was waiting. I was like, what could possibly happen next? This is so wonderful and supportive. This is the coolest.
It's the coolest. And they're just, I mean, they're amazing. They're amazing. And
Donna, thank you for queuing that up.
Yes. So I just want to say it's proof that anything can happen.
Yes.
Anything can happen. The possibilities are endless.
Oh my gosh, anything can happen is right. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. So if you're watching in a private Facebook group, you can go here. I'm going to put the link in the comments. You can go here and just click enable privacy settings, or you can stay mysterious. Your choice. I just want to give you the option. Stephanie Wilson says what she loved about this book. It was a great plot. It was suspenseful, and she loved the thread of anxiety woven throughout. Also, it was so well written. We'll talk about a rave review there from the bookstagrammer extraordinaire, Stephanie Wilson. Stephanie, thank you so much for chiming in. And Stephanie is not the only one raving. So the incredible Marissa Stabley, New York Times bestselling author of Reese's book Club pick Lucky, says yet again, one of our most beloved thriller writers brings, I'm going to put this in the comments so everyone can read it together, brings us a story with the heart of a family drama and the pulse of an edge of your spine, edge of your seat spine chiller filled with foreboding from the very first page. This one will keep you up all night and have you checking the locks. So let's talk about this review. First of all, congratulations. And now let's talk about how, I'm just going to pop it up briefly because we can't see over it. But from a craft perspective, how do you create foreboding? So I noticed that from the beginning, when you have Sarah, by the way, great name. Already bonus points for that protagonist. Getting to the new house, she's creeped out by the house. Her son says that he feels like the house looks like a face. It's watching her. She gets inside. She sees where there should be an light for the smoke detector. Actually, looks like a tiny camera. So you're setting up this. The voyeur has become the watched. And everybody, I think, is a little scared of being watched. What else did you do to tingle our spines, as Marissa Stapley says?
Marissa, I have to say, Marissa is actually a very good friend of mine. Yes, disclaimer, Toronto author, and we've known each other for probably 10 years now. So I so appreciate that she took the time to write such a beautiful blurb. And she's an amazing author. So what other things did I do in this book in particular? I will say that the process of it, is a lot of planning. I do tend to know in advance. I write a very, very detailed outline of the plot points and the beats and what the feeling is that I want to give to my readers. I want to set the tone. I always listen to music before I write to
What
set
kind
the
of music do
tone.
you listen to?
I listen to so I am totally a 90s grunge and hip hop girl. So I say 90s grunge and hip hop is my jam. I don't know if anybody says that anymore, but
I think 90s girl and I think 90s girls say that. Okay, so you're rocking out to Fiona Apple, to LL Cool J,
Chris Cornell. I would say I'm more of
Okay.
the Chris Cornell, Dr. Dre kind of stuff. So definitely I set the tone. So I think that sets a tone of anxiety and foreboding and tension. That music is so raw that it sets that tone. And then major rewrites. I do a lot of rewriting. I love being edited. I love being torn apart. I'm a total masochist. You tell me what's wrong. Please tell me what's wrong, so that in the end I can put out a book that I'm proud of.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
So when you say the planning, so clearly you're a plotter then, you're not flowing with the story. You're plotting it out rigorously.
Now I am. Yes.
Okay.
It started with Woman on the Edge. Previously I was a pantser, and I became a plotter when I started writing thrillers.
Okay. Margaret Pinard, welcome to the conversation, joining us from Portland, Oregon, saying we 90s girls can still stay. It's my jam.
Thank you.
Love that. Anissa seconding that. Another friend chiming in, you are my music spirit animal. Another friend saying, I like the idea of music setting the mood. I never thought of that. Courtney is saying, you're her spirit animal.
Now I know all my Gen Xers here. Everyone's all the Gen Xers, right?
Exactly. So I'm intrigued by the idea that you transitioned from pantser to plotter,
Yes.
letting us know that this is your 6th book, your 2nd thriller. And so so you set the mood. So your music is pumping, your 90s grunge, your hip hop, is bumping, and then you turn it off and get to work, or
yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly that. I turn it off and I get to work. And I usually wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. That's a pandemic. That is a pandemic change. I had to do it because of the kids. And then I realized I loved it. I loved it when it's dark and quiet and it's only me. And there is something eerie, about just the moon and the branches outside my window, and right before the sun rises. So I tend to set the tone, I think, by where I am and the time it is and what I'm listening to. And then from there, I start writing. And, right now I'm working on the outline for my next book.
So, tell us more.
So I'm not going to give I can't say anything. It's a thriller. It's a thriller. It's dark. It's twisted. I tend to take a little bit of time with my outlines. They're about 15, 17 pages long. And then I cut them down and I rework them, and I'm working on them with my agent and just trying to narrow down. I'm trying to narrow down who these characters are, what their motivations are, what their backstories are without putting too much backstory in. Trying to figure out, what their relationships are, what are their connections to each other, and where their moral lines are. My characters, you can call them likable, unlikable. For me, I don't actually know if I know what likable means. Simply because as a reader, I honestly don't care if someone's likable. I want to be compelled to follow their journey.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, two questions have come in about that. First, we'll go to Margaret in Portland. She would like to know, so is 4 to 5 a.m. also outlining time, or is it just drafting? Is it editing? I find the different modes go best in different times of the day. Okay, yes, Samantha, what are you? A 4 a.m. I outline, then I write, then I draft, then I edit, or or you just flow with it? How's it go?
Because I got very used to writing in the morning. It became my best writing time in general, where the rest of the day would be more social media and emails and catching up on things. And then stuff for my kids. They both, one got his braces off, the other one got hers on. So there's always something going on. So I find it's all of that. I'll start with the outline, and then sometimes what I do is I'll actually draft. I'll draft a chapter in the middle of writing that outline, so I can see, is this working? Is this working? Like, is this going to have enough forward momentum? Is there going to be enough action? Is there going to be enough tension? Is there enough suspense? Am I compelled to follow these characters, or do I want to throw them in the trash? So I would say it's all of it. It's all of it. I tend to go back and forth between the outline and the editing. And I recently said to a friend of mine, and she liked the line, that I think I need a more open relationship with my outline. I sometimes find I get very married to my outline, and then I struggle when I'm drafting. And so I have to make sure sometimes, yes, to put my outline to the side and to follow the story as it's coming out of me and as my characters are telling it to me, essentially.
Interesting. Okay, cool. On that same topic, we have another question coming in. This one also from Canadian Courtney. Okay, that's your new name. Canadian Courtney. Canadian Courtney wants to know, how long does it generally take to write a book from start to finish before the editing? Okay, so walk us through each part of the process. So first you're doing your 15 to 17 page get to know your characters draft. How long does outline? How long does that take? How long does the drafting take? Walk us through each part of it.
So this would also be different for any traditionally published author. It all depends on our deadlines. If you have deadlines, then it's a completely different story, and you have to write faster. So I've had to learn to write faster for sure because I have deadlines. I can do a proposal in about a month. And then what I'm doing, because I'm consumed by writing, is I think about it all the time. I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm waking up thinking about it. I'm going to sleep thinking about it. I'm dreaming about it. Healthy or not, it is what it is, the life of a writer. So about a month for the proposal. And then once the proposal is nailed down and I'm ready to go, probably takes about 3 to 4 months for a first draft. And I mean a first draft. A first draft that no one else but my amazing critique partner, Meredith Shore, whose book As Seen on TV is coming out June 7th. My amazing critique partner, she will go through it word by word. She tears me apart. She tells it like it is. She finds all the things that aren't working. And then I go back and I rewrite it. And if I have time, I send it back to her, or I'll send it to other critique partners. I'll have other people who will read it for me. And then it goes to my agent or it goes to my editor. So I'd say 6 months for a good draft. Not a publishable draft, but a good draft. So, and then we will start the actual major, the rewrites or the revisions or what we need to get into to fix it up. And that will take maybe up to another, 3 to 6 months. So probably a year in total.
Ooh, okay. Canadian Courtney, thank you for the great question, and Samantha, thank you for that that answer. And this is Sherry. She's saying, I agree with the likability versus compelling. Either the story or the characters. This is Sherry. I'm sorry, I can't figure out where to click for the StreamYard. No worries, Sherry. I'm going to drop it for you. If you want, you can stay mysterious. We have Canadian Courtney and Mysterious Sherry. It's totally up to you. But if you want to give permissions, I'm going to drop the link here. And it's so interesting to talk about that likability versus compelling, and clearly resonating with many of us. Sherry, thanks for chiming in. I agree with you as well. I think there's too much pressure on women being likable, having to be likable. And I think that's an important conversation. Canadian Courtney is saying, I just have to say, I love how real and authentic you are about your life and your writing. I have gained a new adoration for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
I love that, Courtney. Thank you so much. Margaret saying, wow, I didn't realize that thrillers took book proposals. I thought that was more of a nonfiction process. But you do proposals.
So it totally depends on the deal you've negotiated with your publisher going forward. And without giving you too much detail, that is at this point what I have, and actually right now what I like is presenting a proposal, and then my editor will or my agent will look at the proposal, and we'll talk about it, and we'll discuss it, and as a team we get a chance to really see if it has legs, if it sticks, as Catherine McKenzie, the author Catherine McKenzie has once said. So from there, we'll work from the proposal. I think actually, so a lot of authors who have traditional deals will often get what's called an option on a proposal, which means that your next book, there's an option on it if the proposal is accepted, and if you accept going forward what is offered to you.
Thank you for that great question, Margaret. Donna asking, once you have finished a book and it has gone to print, is there something you do to celebrate that? I guess kind of like a push present. Yeah, this should be a publishing push present. How do you celebrate yourself, Samantha?
I sleep.
Okay.
I sleep. I also, I should, again, the pandemic, I didn't have the chance very much to celebrate with friends and to go out and, big time and to do all of those things. But I will say for this one, I am going to New York City for Thriller Fest. I am going to New York City, and hopefully everything will be okay and it will be safe, because I have missed every conference and I have missed every trip and I've missed everything. And I miss my author friends so much, and my New York author friends, especially, because they're some of my closest friends. So I am going by myself to New York for 5 days, and that is my push present.
Woo! You know what? First of all, I just want to say I'll be at Thriller Fest too.
Awesome!
I'll see you there. So you won't be alone. You'll have me there. But this is really making me think, Donna, because the way that you describe this as a push present, it's actually really making me think that we don't celebrate the milestones of our careers as much as we celebrate the milestones of marriage or motherhood. So where we have bridal showers, we have baby showers, we have push presents, but where is the celebration for all the other stuff that we're creating in our lives? This just popped into my brain. I am issuing a challenge and an ultimatum. Women, authors, people, let's celebrate ourselves and celebrate our achievements with in whatever ways best support you, whether it's a trip to New York, whether it's sleep, whether it's a meaningful gift, a book, a bracelet, whatever. Like, we should be celebrating all of the things that we're doing. Donna, thanks for the great
so
question.
True. So true.
Why are we celebrating this stuff?
Yes.
And Nisa is saying suspicious Sherry. So we have suspicious Sherry and Canadian Courtney. Who else wants a nickname? Nisa and I will give you one. And Nisa is saying that she loves these events as it allows you to hear directly from the author, and which then brings so much more to the book. You are awesome, Samantha.
Oh my God, thank you. That's so nice. Thank you so much.
Praise there.
Yeah, seriously.
Erin says, hi, Sam. It's Erin from Girl Well Read. What do you have more fun with? Character development or plot? Cool question, Erin. Samantha?
Yeah, Erin is a fabulous bookstagrammer. Fabulous. Oh my God, her shots are stunning. They're just so elegant and beautiful. And I've known Erin now for a while. What do I have more fun with? Oh, that's a hard question. Oh, tricky, Erin. Tricky.
Okay, we have Erin's new name. She's Tricky Erin.
Tricky Erin.
Sherry, Canadian Courtney, and Tricky Erin.
I think I'm fascinated by psychology, and I always have been. I really, really love developing the characters. I really love letting the characters almost develop themselves. I love messy, complicated, flawed, imperfect characters. I love characters pushed to the brink. I love characters who will do what it takes to get what they want. So I have a lot of fun with character development. I love plot because it is what drives the story forward. I find it more difficult than character development. I find that is more challenging for me to write, and it's more challenging for me to streamline it. I've learned a lot. I tend to want to write the most outlandish plot you could ever imagine. Like, I just want to wrate. I want to write the
like
real,
how
like, crazy. Like, I want to write. It is my initial, when I first start, because I love things that are so dark and twisted. I really do always have to I have to pull myself back a little. I do have to pull myself back. I have to make sure that it is somewhat believable, that it is realistic, that it is, grounded in some form of reality. And sometimes, I do have to figure out if something is believable or not, because to me, almost anything can happen.
Ooh. Ooh, that sounds like a challenge. All right, y'all. Let's give Erin a follow. Here's her link. She is Instagram.com/girlwellread. So let's go check out those pics and give her a follow. I love this. Someone saying, we do not celebrate our accomplishments enough. I totally agree. And someone else saying, yes, Sarah, yes, celebrate big or small achievements. Canadian Courtney giving us permission and encouragement to do that. I love that, Canadian Courtney. Thank you. Margaret saying, whether it's a live stream where people come by on a red carpet to praise you, just a thought.
Could you imagine? Oh my God.
We're going to get hashtag
Tricky Erin.
Exactly. Erin changes her name from Erin Well Read to Tricky Erin. Exactly. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I'm thinking also about the red carpet now. I'm just gonna lay one out, like, outside my front door. I'm just gonna put a red.
Oh my God, you have to for your pub day. Totally.
Oh my God.
Stephanie Wilson would like to know, do you think that you'll write a book set in the pandemic, or is it just too soon? Ooh,
that's a really good question. And I would never say never, but never.
Wow. Okay.
I never want to relive it. I write books for escape and entertainment. And while I would read a book set in the pandemic, I definitely would read a book set in the pandemic. And I've seen shows, these shows are all set in the pandemic. But for me personally, I wouldn't want to write it and to bring myself back to that. I love the idea, though, of isolation. I think that is actually such a good thriller trope. But I don't want to do it at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'll say I don't want to read a book set in the pandemic. It's too fresh. We're still in a pandemic. It's too fresh. Give me probably 5 or 10 years, depending on where we go. I am not ready. Someone sent me a book set in the pandemic, and I was like, I am sorry, I just can't do it. It's too soon for me. It's too soon for me.
I would say the reason I would read it is just the same way I read anything is to see, to relate, to find someone to relate to who felt the same, anxieties, fears, worries, all of that I felt and feel. It's not over, that I feel through it. And, I would say
exactly.
Good question.
Readers gotta read. Hey girl, good to see you. Always appreciate when you stop by, saying I like to see the details in the covers. The covers on both books in Goodreads have yellow coats. Can you give us the story behind the covers? Giving me Keeping Faith vibes on the Welsh TV series. So give us the inside scoop and then show us your sassy nails.
All right, so Keeping Faith, I'm gonna have to go check that out. Okay, so that's actually I've been waiting for someone to ask the question about the yellow raincoats. It was not done necessarily intentionally. So with the yellow raincoat on Woman on the Edge, that cover was designed originally by Headline UK, by my UK publisher, and I love that. I love that cover. And when I was seeing the cover ideas for Watch Out for Her, I fell madly in love. Oh my gosh, I love this cover so much. And the yellow raincoat, I paused and thought, okay, so is this okay? I think it's okay. I love it so much. It pops. And then I felt like, you know what? I have a brand and that's okay. So maybe I have a brand, or maybe, it's a recognizable, I don't know if I'll always have a yellow raincoat on my covers. Maybe I just need to buy one to wear to launch or something.
On the red carpet. On the red carpet.
On the red carpet, my yellow raincoat. Oh, I'm going to get hauled away. But
who else is voting for a picture on a red carpet in front of Samantha's house? A red carpet or yellow raincoat. I want to see it running to Taylor Swift. Challenge, Gauntlet Cast. Gauntlet Cast. Is the challenge accepted?
I set myself up for that. Anyway, I think it's a nice nod to Woman on the Edge, my book baby. I would say it's my book baby, and then Watch Out for Her is the book of my heart. So I guess I have a brand.
And you have branded manicure. Let's talk about that.
Okay. So Jenny Shaw of Jenny's Nails and Tails. You have to go follow her on Instagram. Her cover manicures are the most astonishing thing you can see. She is so talented. It blows my mind. And she does cover reviews. For Woman on the Edge, she came to Toronto. And at my publisher's office, we had lunch. And she did my nails with the cover for Woman on the Edge. And of course, we couldn't do that for Watch Out for Her. And she now makes custom press-on nails of book covers, and she sent me custom press-on nails. So Sara taught me how to do this. So
yep, palm, and then we go. This is how the influencers do it. You bring your palm up. Of course, my nails aren't done.
Here, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my God, this is going to take 10 minutes.
No.
My apologies to everyone. Okay, here, can you see that?
And look at that gorgeous raincoat, little tiny yellow raincoat on her finger. All right.
And wait, I will have to show this. I don't know if you can see my thumbs. My thumbs say Watch Out for Her.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa. Oh my God.
And there's branches too. I'm not sure. I will post a shot on my Instagram. I promise I will post a shot on my Instagram so everybody can see Jenny's amazing work.
Oh my gosh. Well, we can't wait. Okay, everybody, here, I'm going to post the link to Samantha's Instagram. So go follow Samantha right here. I'm going to pop it in so you can go on IG, so you can go follow her, and we all want to see the fingernail, the fabulous manicure. Readers got to read. Thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure to see you. Jamie Hendricks is in the house. Hi, Jamie. So I'm hosting Jamie when her fabulous book comes out in May. So everyone circle back for a sizzling Memorial Day barbecue. We're going to grill them up real good. So stay tuned for that, everybody. I can't wait to host you, Jamie. Margaret saying, and one of those rope poles to start out all the riff. Yes, for your red carpet, you got to have one of those rope poles. Absolutely.
My kids will never forgive me.
Oh my God, it would be so fabulous. Stephanie's saying she's with me. Can't read about the pandemic yet. Too soon. Yeah, exactly. Someone else saying, agreed. No mention of the pandemic in any news. It's too soon, right? We're not ready. Margaret said in this pandemic or any pandemic, no, I'd be fine with, the 1918 Spanish flu. yeah, I'd be fine about it with the historic fiction. I love historic fiction. But not too soon. Ooh, George Beach, welcome to the conversation from Texas. Always a pleasure to have you, sir. He says, I have to know, Molson, Moosehead, or Labatt's. Which would you choose to inspire your writing?
You know your Canadian beer. I'm going to say Moosehead.
Okay, cool. Oh, someone wants to see your cover again. Okay, so let's hold it up, the cover and your nails. Let's get nice and there we go. Yeah, look at that. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, so there we see the branded yellow raincoat and Samantha's fabulous yellow raincoat nails. It is such a gorgeous, sassy cover. Margaret saying, yes, yellow raincoat on the red carpet. Give it some zazz, and it'll be good to go for the Met Gala. The Met Gala, excuse me. Samantha says, anxiety can be challenging to live with, but can also serve as an advantage based on my experience. Would you say your anxieties and fears contribute to your ability to write thrillers?
I think so. I think so. I do have a lot of anxieties and fears and worries.
Me too.
Yeah,
Same.
it's yeah, I think they lessened during the pandemic because I learned you can't, and that actually had a lot to do with this book, was that you can't control the uncontrollable and expect the unexpected, because again, anything can happen. But it gives me a place to put my anxieties and fears so I don't put them on anyone else. You know, meaning like when I worry about my children, I read a lot about motherhood. I want my kids to fly free. I want them to soar. I want them to take all those risks. I want them to do it all. And so, yes, by writing thrillers and by writing about women who are scared, it does give me a place to put them all. So thank you for that question.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'm glad to have this conversation, because I mean, a lot of us have anxieties and fears. I have a lot of anxieties and fears, and if if you're paying attention, it's easy to be susceptible. If you're a sensitive soul,
Yes,
which also enables writing and creative pursuits, and kindness and compassion and empathy and all these good things. The other side of that sensitivity coin is also a tendency to have worries as well.
Yeah.
Let's normalize talking about that.
Yeah, totally.
Margaret saying, so we've moved on from covers and on cakes to covers on nails. Artists are amazing. Absolutely. And I see, is this the nail artist herself, Jenny?
This is the nail artist. This is the goddess Jenny Shaw.
Okay, Jenny, can you drop your link in the comments so I can pop it up? Because I just hopped on Instagram to try to find you. And it turns out there's a lot of Jenny nails. So I was trying to scroll through them, but also listen to what's going on here. So then I got overwhelmed. So if you could drop your link, that's great. I'll pop it up on the screen. Readers Gotta Read is giving us all the love. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always such a pleasure to have you. I appreciate you. Erin is seconding that Jenny is amazing. She saw the Manny for Woat. What is that? Oh, Woman on the Edge.
On the Edge.
I thought I was missing another cover in person, and it was amazing. She can't wait to see this one. Jamie sending highs to both of us. Thank you.
Can I say something to Jamie? I'm so sorry. I'm reading Jamie's next book. It could be anyone right now. Jamie, what are you doing to me? I can't sleep. It is so addictive. It is so delicious.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay! And stay tuned. Jamie will be hopping on Mystery and Thriller Mavens at the end of May for a sizzling, see what I did there, Memorial Day lineup. So get your burger grilled and get in here, because it's going to be good. Thanks so much for joining us. Jenny saying, thanks so much, Erin. I'm still so sad I couldn't make it to the Woman on the Edge launch. It was so much fun painting your nails. We're going to need to see pictures of all of this. Stephanie would like to know, Jamie's thanking you. She said that she loves both of hers. Absolutely. The Mutual Admiration Society here. I'm here for it. Women supporting women. Stephanie Wilson, can you tell us anything about your next planned novel? Maybe just a tiny little nugget. We always like to get one secret nugget here on Mystery and Thriller Mavens.
It is about seeking something different than what you have, and the dangers and the risks involved in that.
Ooh, something I think we can all relate to. I love that. Seeking something different than what you have. #relatable, right? We can all relate to that. So, Samantha, your books have gotten so. Oh, Jenny is sharing. Here we go. Jenny is sharing her link. It is Instagram/Jenny Shaw Art. Everybody, check out her, this nail artist in the house. And you're saying, Samantha, that she actually can send you press-ons?
Jenny's Nails and Tails, hashtag Jenny's Nails and Tails. She will send you custom press-ons of book covers.
Oh my God, completely.
And they're unbelievable.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Okay, I will be following as soon as we get off the air. Okay, let's talk about this fabulous next review. Karen Hamilton raving a cleverly written, twisty, and brilliantly creepy thriller with compelling characters. No, she didn't say likable. She said compelling, intertwined with obsession, lies, simmering menace, and a secret at its heart. This is a page turn which drew me in and kept me hooked. So when you're vigorously planning out those 15 to 17 page proposals and then drafting for 3 to 4 months, do you plan out all the twists, or do you wait for the editing, which we now know you love to be ripped apart, to come back and say, Samantha, more twists? I'm hearing more cowbell in my head, but they're like, more twists. Or tell us about the twists.
I'll bring the cowbell to the red carpet.
It just keeps getting better.
It's better. I generally know most of the twists before I begin, so that I can set things up and lay out all the clues and know where, when, what, why, how. But at the same time, I also let my characters lead me. My characters have a life of their own. They do things that I don't want them to do, that I don't like. I don't think it's nice. I'm nice. I don't think it's nice what they're doing, but I can't stop them. I can't. They're just like, but I'm going to do this. They're like teenagers. I'm going to do this. And I don't care what you say. So, I will get surprised, definitely. And then I will rejig. And there are times where I will rip the whole book apart and start from the beginning if it needs it. I will do whatever it takes. It will do whatever it takes to write the best book that I can. So, I would say both to that.
Woo. Oh my gosh. I love that. I am posting the fabulous reviews from Robin Harding, Stephanie Roble, Gilly MacMillan, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago, Andrea Bartz, who was on in September, Reese Book Club pick, New York Times bestseller there, Laurie Elizabeth Flynn. The reviews go on and on and on. The incredible Hank, Philippi Ryan. Oh my God. I mean, you have got praise up and down the East Coast, around and around the world. I mean, the praise just keeps going. Congratulations.
They're amazing authors. Amazing, amazing, amazing people.
I want to let you guys know the book is not even out yet. 6 days and counting, T-6 and counting. So grab your copy tonight, y'all. We want to get those pre-orders going. And the good folks at Murder by the Book will mail them to you the day the book drops next Tuesday. So our favorite woman-owned independent bookstore, one of 3 dedicated mystery and thriller bookstores in the country, one of the oldest and most respected. You want to spend your hard-earned dollars there. So here is the link. Grab it. Grab your copy tonight. Here it is right here. Grab it, and you too will not regret it. Then hop over to Mystery and Thriller Mavens, where we spill the tea, as the cool kids say. And that is where we continue the conversation about the book, about all things mysteries and thriller. So come on over in there. Donna is saying, thank you. So, oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Donna saying, thank you so much for this. I can't wait. Congratulations, Samantha. This is so deserved. Anissa saying, thank you so much, ladies. This was wonderful. Anissa, always a pleasure to have you. Donna, thanks for joining the conversation. Y'all, we are way over time, but the conversation was flowing and I wasn't going to cut anybody off. We want to get all of your most burning questions in, your red hot questions in. So thank you so much for joining us. Samantha, anything you wish I'd asked, anything you want to leave us with?
I am truly so grateful for all the support. It makes me emotional, for all the love. My readers, from Women on the Edge to now, and new readers, the beautiful messages, the reviews, the gorgeous posts. It means everything to me, especially, like I said, as someone who worked 2 decades to see my dreams come true, to have the amount of support I have from the authors as well. It absolutely means everything to me, and I am so very lucky.
Oh, oh, I love that. I love that because yeah, you're putting your heart and your soul out on the page, and to see that resonate with readers, to see everyone from Canadian Courtney to Tricky Erin to Suspicious Sherry and all of the rest of us saying what your work has meant to them, to seeing all of these amazing reviews. May Cobb, who's coming on in May. Oh, we have.
I love makeup so much.
I was witnessing the love today earlier on social media. I cannot wait to host May, and I can't wait to host May in May. George is saying, thank you so much. Only have Labatt's in the fridge, but a tip to you. George, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Texas, sir. We appreciate you.
And he appreciates Canadian beer, so very, very pleased.
Bonus points for you there, George. Wow, you are racking up the points. Y'all, that is a wrap on this hashtag Mystery Monday. But join me next week because Mondays can be murder. Have a great night, y'all.